Alright, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 replay cast, and today it is a 2 versus 2 versus 2 versus 2 on DragonFalls, and I thought it would be kind of interesting to do a game like this, or an FFA, or a 4 versus 4, something like that, because they usually always just cast 1 versus 1 and 2 versus 2, so I figured I'd just switch it up and cast a special game. And so before we get into the players, I just want to let you know that this game is kind of a free giveaway. It has nothing to do with Warcraft 3 whatsoever, but basically I played a demo a few months back, and I received a full game CD key from the developers afterwards. They had liked my demo, and so they gave me the CD key of the game. And it's just like a $5 Steam game, but it was really fun, but I just don't have the time to play it. So if you guys want it, just let me know in the comments. Just put your email, and I'm going to select somebody randomly to give it to, and I'll just email it to you, and that'll be that. But basically, the teams will consist of Igor 5656 and Nicola 289. And down on this side, we have Noe, or No, whatever there. And our Red Orc player, you just got shaved. Other team consists of Maev. And where is the name? There, Bon Petrovich. And up top, we have Jason Denault and Sintel as our final player. And now it's going to be a little difficult to keep up with, as it is quite a lot of players and so many teams. And I had some people say that, you know, casting bigger games should put, red and blue colors, but you can't really do that here, because whoever you're following in the replay vision, if you put it to team colors like that, like red and blue, it'll set all the other teams to red, and only that team that you are currently following in the vision to blue. So that way it would kind of look like everybody is all on one team for the most part. So, and that would make things even more confusing. And so get some players ready to creep up here. Ancient of War, ready to take some damage here. Archer already took almost lethal damage here. 21 left, and loses the Archer. And Ancient of War taking a ton of damage here, now bringing along the Wisps. After the giant wolf, Dark Berserker left, and Human now going after the camp of his own here. And the bottom side, and we'll see what drops for these players here. And it looks like this will go down first. Archmage gets a Sentry Ward as the drop, and a Wand of the Wind. Meanwhile, the Human up top here gets a Wand of Lightning and healing wards. And let's see here, replenishment potion, and looks like healing wards as well. Now the Timberwolf camp, just level 2 minions will fall here pretty quickly. Already expanding there for the Human, and Human down at the bottom expanding as well. Night Elf expanding at the bottom left. Separately, got their Timberwolf camps there. Looks like Mantle of Intelligence +3 for the Death Knight there. And Cloak of Selling for the Archmage. And both teams here getting fairly close to fighting range. Gonna go after the giant spider camp. Gets the kill there, and gets a potion of greater healing. And now level 2 Death Knight there for him. It looks like a battle going on here between our red and blue team. Purple Undead, and way outnumbered here. So many headhunters. Born Chieftain up front. And there goes a nice timely stun there. And didn't quite finish that Death Knight, though. And this is a fairly long replay just because of the size and nature of the game here, the 2 versus 2 versus 2 versus 2. Get a little confused by that, so you gotta kind of count how many twos you say. And potion of invulnerability there for our top left team. And so we may speed this up to the 2x mark or so from time to time, just to move it along if it does get a little bit stale.
Ready to work.
As that is a possibility, such a large game, but who knows? It may not at all. And giant wolf camp here. Top right team ready to creep out. Not much creeping done for the top right team this game. All still level 1.
Forces are under attack.
And gets a talisman of evasion. The Archmage picks that up. And Death Knight extremely low.
Our town is under siege.
And another battle going on. The Shadow Dancer camp here. And Tome of Strength for this team here. And looks like they may have picked up a Lion Horn with Stormwind at this camp. Now sporting a Goblin Shredder and Hellcaller. About to go down here, level 9. And Rune Bracers for the Tauren Chieftain. Very nice item for a tanky character. Nice item for any character, really. And looks like the top left team took that out. Got themselves Scourge, Bone Chimes. But not particularly helpful on this team makeup here. Works a little bit on the footmen, I suppose, but not those spiders. And looks like this camp here was cleared. Possibly got that Ankh of Reincarnation. And now the Undead going after this one himself. Gets trapped a little bit there. And also some fighting going on down here. And now another team here coming in for the Hellcaller. Tome of Strength up for grabs there. And Death Knight yoinks that. And Blizzard does the majority of his damage to his own footman. And now it's starting to get quite busy. No more creeps really left on the map. And all kinds of stuff going on here. Griffins being revived by the Satyrs. Or is it Satyr? Who knows? I don't know. I'm sure somebody in the comments knows. And Scourge of Bone Chimes picked up. That's 2 sets of Scourge Bone Chimes for our top left team there. Mountain King got a kill there with Stormbolt, you know, appropriately running for his life. May have to TP out of there, and definitely gonna have to do that. About to take a bit of damage, and just gonna go right on over yonder. Has a Griffin Aviary.
Upgrade complete.
We'll possibly see those Griffins here soon. Boneyards for the top team as well. And Mountain King goes down.
Our hero has fallen.
It doesn't look like there's even an arcane bolt anywhere. And now a big battle going on down here as well.
Our forces are under
Between the
attack.
teal and gray team.
Our town is under
Night Elf and Undead versus the Orc and Human. Demon Hunter gonna get chased away pretty low here. Tauren Chieftain rather.
Job's done.
Now very low. And very late Voodoo Lounges for these characters, for these players here.
Forces are under attack.
That have been built a long time ago. Shaved asking for help now.
Our town is under siege.
And up top, still going at it against Igor there. Shaved in a pretty bad spot here. Gonna try and heal up that burrow, but not really gonna last all that long.
Our town is under siege. Ready to work.
Expansion now going for the orc. So Igor, so you just got shaved.
Our forces are under attack.
Will be okay if he loses that base. Does have an expansion going, so could turn that into a main base. And looks like
Our town
no
is
gonna go
under
over
siege.
here
Forces
and
are under attack.
harass his opponent and perhaps make them leave this base, but I doubt that's gonna happen. And no, he does. He does make them actually leave,
Our forces are under attack.
which I find a little strange, only because he had so much more damage here. They could have easily taken out the rest of this base in a very short time.
Our town is
Griffins and
under
Dragonhawks
siege.
here now, but a few Dryads unable to even attack them with the Griffins. It's gonna have to be the work of the Knights and the Dragonhawks. Take those out. Demon Hunter comes in, just a town portal out. And loses a bear just before that.
Our town is under siege.
And Igor's base still under siege here. And now a bunch of Griffins have been brought in. It's going to be a lot of damage. One of those Scourge Bone Shines transferred over to the Mountain King there.
Ready to work.
But even still, with all of the Griffins not particularly useful, be better off just selling them
Our town is under siege.
and getting a nice hearty chunk of gold for that.
To work.
Siege engine here desperately trying to be repaired and hitting all of those Griffins, but wasn't going to be enough. Now not looking particularly good here for Igor.
Our town is under siege.
Now building some scout towers in front here to defend once this is gone. Possibly just going to grab this as an expansion. And we have a peasant coming on over. Maybe going to build a town hall over here, but doesn't have the
Our town is
lumber
under
to do
siege.
that. So he has to take the lumber from his ally there. Gives him 200 lumber. And now Igor's base thoroughly destroyed, and some guard towers being placed in front. Likely we'll take that as an expansion here soon. Dreadlord for the undead here.
Our town is under siege. Our town is under siege.
And Red saying just to leave his base. Now producing Tauren from up top here, something you don't see every day in 1v1
Our town
matchups.
is under siege.
They are just not used in 1v1 very often. Better off with just raiders and such. More utility with with the Kodo Beast Raider combination. And now finally the stronghold taken out there.
Our allies' town is under siege. Our allies' hero has fallen.
And now Frostworm versus Frostworms. Both sides getting netted a little bit here by the looks of it. Four Spirit Towers in the back to defend. And a few spiders here to web, but the Death Knight gets auto-gibbed by, I think it was Holy Light, maybe Holy Light and Stormbolt, but the Paladin has full health.
Job's done.
Or full mana, rather. So I'm not sure. Got killed pretty quickly there by all of the Griffin Riders, Frostworms. And Spirit Tower's just not going to cut it here. And the battle still rages on the bottom right here. Tauren in the middle of it all. Bunch of bears. Bears outnumbering the Tauren. There are some griffins in the sky here, but having to deal with these hippogriffs.
Our allies' town is under siege.
And no shackles going on either.
Job's done.
Green Dragon has been taken, has been purchased.
Our allies' town is under siege.
Or rather dragged. Or did they purchase that? Yeah, they purchased that.
Our allies' town is
I have
under
seen some
siege.
dragons
Town
being
is
drug
under
across the
siege.
map. Can't remember what map that was. I did cast a couple games where people did that.
Job's done.
And if all the hippogriffs go after that green dragon there, could do quite a bit of damage. But a couple shackles now out on those hippogriffs. And now Frostworm going to defend the right side here. Came around the flank pretty hard.
Our town is under siege.
And our bottom right team may have to TP on out of here. You can conserve this green dragon.
Our allies' town
No,
is
gonna
under
lose it.
siege.
Yeah, gonna lose a Tauren on the way. Might lose the second one. And now blue running away here. And the top right team has lost the game there. And now their expansions are open, ready for the taking. Only 3,000 gold in this one, 3,300. That's still pretty good here. And Undead taking the other expansion there. Now 2 of them for the Undead with his main, so 3 total mines.
Our gold mine is running low.
And a massive pile of flying machines and griffins for Sintel. And now our top left team looking pretty good here. The fact that they have tons of expansions. Both of them have 2 expansions going. Their original mine, which is all pretty low overall. This mine has quite a bit in it. Looks like No's gonna take that. And Red said to take it. I guess that's what he's gonna do. I think our bottom left team here, scouting with the Goblin Laboratory. They're looking for their next target, whether they're gonna attack this team or the bottom team yonder. I like to say yonder once in a while. It's good times. Our orc player boldly expanding here at this mine.
Research finished.
Which is definitely far from protection. As this Goblin Shredder here will soon break this forest line, it'll be even easier to get to that. And we'll speed this up a little bit till the players decide what they want to do here. This is a big match.
Our gold mine
So it
has
may take
collapsed.
time for players to decide who they're going to attack, especially considering there is a lot of defense all over the place. Having all that open time, not in a 1v1 situation where you have lots of extra gold laying around. 4 crypts here were made. I'm not sure if maybe 2 were made after these 2, so that is quite a bit. And gonna mass produce spiders for all of this air mess that's going on here. All players going massive air. Demon Hunter insta-gib there by the massive amount of Griffins and Frostworms. Now both sides going at it here, and you can barely even tell what's going on. And all I know is I hear lots of flying machines going down. Hippogriff's doing pretty well in the air there, taking out a few Frostworms. Another one's about to go down here shortly. And those Hippogriffs did really well there with the Gargoyles as well. And took out pretty much all of the air of our top left team, even with their early expansions that they had up over the other players. And the Dreadlord goes down for the bottom left team. And that looks like it may be it for our top left team. Those Hippogriffs and the Gargoyles that mostly are dead by now simply did too much damage to all those Griffins and Frostworms. And that is the problem with going massive air. There was very easy counters to it. And now Yellow in preparation of his defense, building again pure Griffins and tanks this time though.
The enemy.
Now Red's Great Hall there is up and running. Sindel still has 2 expansions. His mine all gone. Every player's main mine is gone. And now just rebuilding here for Denal. And possibly just gonna pump out spiders. Gonna need that graveyard first. Don't think he has one left. No, he still has one. Waiting on all of these crypts perhaps. Gonna be mass building. And we check his fundage. He has tons of funds to be pumping out spiders 4x4. And that is exactly what he's doing.
Summoning is complete.
And And even the upgrades on the hippogriffs are phenomenal. 3 of 3. And another green dragon purchased there by red.
The summoning is complete. Our brethren's town is under attack.
And so yeah, so anybody you know, still tuning in, make sure you know, if you want the game, it's called Ballistic. You can look it up on Steam. It's like a stick figure shooting game. It's pretty interesting. Like I said, I played the demo, and I will be giving away a CD key of it. I only have one, so it's not a huge giveaway or anything. I just figured that if I'm not going to play it, somebody might as well. And Hippogriff's taking monstrous damage there. And all of those Hippogriffs are super low. And Yellow doing here pretty well so far. But now there are bears and dryads to deal with. There's only a few knights here.
Our town is under attack. An allied hero has been killed.
And Mountain King Falls there could really use some blizzard right about now. Those dryads not going to take too much damage, but the heroes and such would. Now red and blue going after the expansion here of our undead player. And pumping out plenty of gargoyles, also expanding. Nope, that is Gray's expansion. So many players, so little time. And still pumping out gargoyles now. I think he might have switched just to pure gargoyles and stopped the production of spiders.
Our brethren's town is under attack.
And red and blue going after the yellow expansion here. And this one is still going. Only 1,000 left in it.
Town is under attack.
I'm actually curious as to what happened to all of those hippogriffs, if they died or not. I know they got away temporarily, but not sure what happened to the rest of them. The expansion goes down there. The entire army basically is bloodlusted. Another thing that you don't see all the time in a 1v1 situation, just because it's so easy to steal it or dispel it. Half the time, it's just sort of a waste. And call to arms, two-hole militia there.
Summoning is complete.
200 gold left in that mine, so not particularly useful. And blue has taken the top right mine. That has plenty in it, surprising amount left in it. Speed it up to 2x till something takes place here. Both players just kind of expanding around, building their army back up, healing up. I don't know what happened to all those hippogriffs. I kind of lost track of them. They left. They took a ton of damage, and then what happened to them? Who knows? Tree of Eternity moving on over there. It doesn't look like any player here ready to attack just yet. And really the only deal is here is this bottom left team as the top team here. He has, well, the expansion is going, And Sintel has one expansion going that is now gone, so now he doesn't have any income.
Our town is under attack.
So that is it for him, but the undead will give them a little bit of trouble.
They came from behind.
But the army here is gigantic for red and blue. And the flying machines sieging all of this. So many casters, so many torrents.
Summoning is complete.
And the undead here are just gonna bide his time and wait.
Our forces are under attack.
Maybe just
Our
team
town
up
is
with
under
yellow
attack.
and then go. And he's definitely not gonna do too much by himself. Even the green dragon is bloodlusted.
The ancient evils.
Even larger than usual.
Our town is under attack.
Expansion goes down, and now moving on.
Our town is under attack.
And the undead base here has been thoroughly destroyed for the most part. Possibly this
Our
expansion
town
up
is
here
under
is
attack.
next. Not that it's much of an expansion now.
Our forces are under attack.
Undead taking his wrath here and destroying the Night Elf expansion. So much chaos, so little time. It looks like 2 green dragons now for red. And 2 gigantic bloodlusted green dragons here to come. I think you can bloodlust a green dragon. Pretty sure. Something that you don't really see every day, so. Yellow has quite the army for an air invasion here. Although Dragonhawks might be a little bit better, but there's so many flying machines, I guess it doesn't really matter. We would never be able to book them all. Blue and red here pushing up. Like they may be going after teal very soon. And the fight begins. And now gray and teal see this, and they are moving back as soon as possible here. Maybe you cannot bloodlust a green dragon. I'm not sure. Kind of a good question. It can get the endurance aura, that's for sure, and of course the war drums. And Blizzard going down on who knows what.
Our forces are under attack.
And looks like blue and red are definitely winning this one. So many flying machines being taken out. 2 red dragons still alive. Looks like they didn't even take much damage at all. And gray GG's out there. And so does teal. And all that's left now is yellow. So we'll speed it on up here because it looks like it's just going to be
Our forces
should be pretty much base destruction at the moment. Red teleports up top there. And blue will mass teleport when he is ready. The fight begins here. Tanks firing away. And blue taking the brunt of all this, but there's so many gargoyles, so many griffins. But the tanks doing incredible damage to the air here. Gargoyles holding out a little longer than I thought, but now they're getting into all the tanks here and took a ton of damage. Griffin's trying to run away, but don't think it's going to happen. Can't even take out the green dragons. Healing wards too much. Heals them up so quickly. And that's going to be GG, leaving our red and blue team the winner. So an interesting game, and I thought I'd give it a go just to try it for fun. A 2 versus 2 versus 2 versus 2. Okay, counted that right. Who knows? And I was thinking about casting a 4 versus 4 maybe, and but I definitely don't want to stray away from the 1s or 2s at all. But I just like to just switch it up from time to time there and throw a doozy at you guys. So it was kind of a fun game, big mass game. I haven't actually played a big mass game like that in a long time, so it was kind of interesting to watch. And I haven't actually played that map in a long time either. So again, very interesting for me to cast. But overall, the resources and heroes tab for you guys. But just remember, just leave your email or what have you. And if you would like the game, like I said, it's called Ballistic. It's on Steam. It's like a $4.99 game, so it's nothing too special, but it is a fun game. And I do have a free key that I'm not going to use, so I might as well pass it along to you guys and see what you guys think about it. But hope you guys enjoyed the replay, and I will see you guys next time.